Hi to everyone. My dear students, in the earlier session, we have completed three chapters of our CA foundation. Firstly, we have completed rectification of errors, which is almost for 10 marks. Bank reconciliation statement also for 10 marks. Then we have completed inventory chapter, that is usually for 5 marks. Sometimes you may get it for 10 marks. My dear CA aspirants, now I am going to cover simultaneously. I am planning to take two chapters. One is rectification. One is a depreciation chapter. It is a chapter 5 of your syllabus, and chapter 6 bills of exchange. Every day I am planning to upload two problems from both the chapters, so that you can go through both the chapters simultaneously, my dear children. Let us move on to the concept of depreciation. What is depreciation? As you know from PU knowledge, depreciation means permanent, gradual fall in the value of fixed assets. Why the concept of depreciation emerged? Because of wear and tear, because of obsolescence of technology, that is outdated technology, because of accidents. The reasons for charging depreciation is to provide the funds for the replacement of asset at the end of its lifetime. Depreciation is also provided to save the tax. The problem of depreciation is the depreciation does not consider the time value of money. It is the main problem of depreciation. Fine. What are the different methods which are there in depreciation? As per our PU knowledge, we have only two methods. One is original cost method. It can be also known as straight line method. Under this method, my dear student, depreciation is always put on the original cost of the asset. It is one method. Second one, diminishing balance method, also known as written down value method. Diminishing balance method, written down value method, reducing balance method. These are all the different methods in which depreciation is charged on the reduced value of the asset. Income tax authorities has approved this as the best method rather than the OCM method. Apart from this, we have different methods, my dear student. That is sum of digits method, machine hour rate method, production method, depletion method. What they are? Sum of units of digit method, production method, machine hour method, depletion method. Apart from these two, we have 4 others. Totally there are 6 methods of depreciation. Fine. Now my dear student, how to work out the depreciation under original cost method if the rate of depreciation is not given? Please my dear students, make a note, make a hints of this. When the rate of depreciation is not given under original cost method, how to work out the depreciation? For this, formula is cost minus scrap divided by life. This is the formula for depreciation under what method? Under original cost method, under straight line method. Please make a note of this formula when the rate of depreciation is not given. Now, what includes the cost? Please make a note of it. Cost includes cost of asset, Cost includes installation charges, cost includes extension of asset, okay. Cost also includes cost also includes cost of transportation on purchase called carriage inwards on asset purchased. What includes cost? My dear student, remember that cost includes so many things: cost of the asset, installation charges, extension of asset. Cost also includes transportation on purchase or carriage on purchase. Secondly, cost also includes overhauling expenses, OVERHAULING. What do you mean by overhauling expenses? That is cost of first time repairs of second hand machinery. What do you mean by overhauling expenses? See, when you purchased a second hand machinery, whatever the repair expenses incurred for a first time immediately after purchase, I repeat, whatever the expenses incurred immediately after purchase of second hand machine on its repairs is called overhauling expenses. All these includes, but general repairs and service charges are not included in the cost. Please you remember all these concepts before starting any problem in depreciation. Secondly, my dear student, in how to prepare the asset account. See, this is a machinery account. Whenever you purchase, we have to record as two cash purchases on the debit side. Please remember, I repeat my dear student, please make a note of it. Whenever you purchased a new machine or a second hand machine, we have to take in the debit side as a two cash account based on our first PUC journal entry, machinery account debit to cash. Machinery increases whenever you purchase, it is to be debited. Then what? Depreciation is to be taken on the credit side. Whenever you sell the machine, we receive the cash. In such case, we have to write by cash or bank as a sold. See, here purchases comes, here sold comes, here depreciation comes. When you people sold, chances are there that there might be a loss. The loss comes here, profit comes here. Don't get confused. Sir, profit means income. Income credit side आता है ना, debit side कैसे लेके आप? Yes, madam. Profit comes in the credit side of income and expenditure account. Credit side of profit and loss account. No doubt. Profit comes in the profit and loss account, credit side. Right? But we are not preparing P&L account, we are preparing machinery account. In P&L account, it comes in the credit side as what? By profit on sale of machinery. But in machinery account, where we have to record? We have to record in machinery account, in a debit side, we have to record as to profit and loss account profit. I hope you got it right. Profit comes on the credit side of profit and loss account, but comes on the debit side of machinery account. What about loss? Loss comes in the debit side of profit and loss account, but it comes on the credit side of machinery account. I hope you got it right. Please, my dear children, remember that purchases comes in the debit side, profit comes in the debit side. See, PP, both the PP comes in debit side. Depreciation, sold and loss comes on the credit side of a machinery account. Did you understood what I told? The next concept, the last concept here. Book value of machinery is 10,000. Here depreciation is 2,000. कितना आया अब? 8,000 आया. This machinery sold for 5,000. See what happened. Is it profit or loss? 8,000 machinery sold for 3,000. When you sold 8,000 machinery for 3,000, 5,000, we are getting 3,000 as a loss. If same 8,000 machinery sold for 10,000, what happened? 2,000 is profit. I am giving you, my dear students, I am telling you two types of examples. If 8,000 machinery sold for 5,000, you are getting a loss. If 8,000 machinery sold for 10,000, you are getting a profit. How to analyze? 8,000 is sold for 5,000, you are getting a loss. But when you sold 8,000 machinery, more than 8,000, you are getting a profit. It is a way of analysis. I tell you the blind method. 8,000 में 5,000 गया तो कितना आता? Plus 3,000 आता. Plus means you take loss. सर क्या बोल रहे तुम्हें? पॉजिटिव आए तो प्रॉफिट बोलना है ना? Yes. Plus means profit. But here, my dear student, we have to subtract 5,000 में 8,000 minus करना, because sold is 8,000, value is sold is 5,000, value is 8,000. 5,000 में 8,000 गया तो minus 3,000 आता. Then we are getting it as a loss. But technically this is correct, because whenever we solve the problem, we take the book value, below that we write the sold. Okay, I am teaching you the blind method also. कैसे सब्ट्रैक्ट करना? 5,000 में 8,000 सब्ट्रैक्ट करना. बट इन प्रॉब्लम हाउ वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग? 8,000 में 5,000 सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे. इसके वास्ते प्लस आए तो लॉस करते बोलना. हियर 8,000 माइनस 10,000 माइनस आता है ना, माइनस आए तो प्रॉफिट बोलना. रियली हाउ टू सब्ट्रैक्ट? 10,000 में 8,000 सब्ट्रैक्ट करना. बट इन प्रॉब्लम हाउ वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग? 8,000 में 10,000 we are subtracting. That's why minus आता. We have to call it as a profit. It is just a blind method. Don't remember much. Okay. Shall we move on to problems, my dear children? See what happened here. I gave so many instructions here. You go through this. You go through all these things. Whatever I explained here, it is mentioned over here only. Let me move on to the first problem, my dear children. I read the first problem. Please concentrate. This is a question asked in December 2021 for 5 marks. On 1st January 2019, Kohinoor Transport Company purchased a bus. What they purchased? Bus. So I call it as B1. For how much? 8 lakh. On July 2020, this bus was damaged due to fire. क्या हुआ? ये बस डैमेज हो गया because of fire. Completely destroyed भी हो गया. And 6 lakh was received from insurance company on settlement on 1st October. Settlement भी हुआ. This 6 lakh is called insurance company, right? This is called claim from insurance company as a 6 lakh. Fine. On July 2020, another bus was purchased. When you purchased another bus, we are calling it as B2. Company charges depreciation 20% per annum under WDV method. WDV means written down value method. Calculate the amount of depreciation for the year ended March 2021. Just what we have to do? We have to calculate the depreciation for March 2021 and gain or loss on bus destroyed. This is what we have to calculate, right? Let me move on to the solution, my dear student. Sir, how to go for solution? First I tell you, depreciation is what percent? 20%. What method? WDV method. Please remember, before starting any solution in depreciation, first you mention what is the rate of depreciation? 20% under WDV method. Accounts are closed when? See, March 31st. When it is mentioned as a March 31st, we have to say that closing date. When the accounts are closed, 31st March every year. Fine. Now I have to prepare a table. I should have a 2 lines here. How many buses we have? 2 buses. B1 and B2. Please, my dear student, be careful in understanding this particular problem. See, when the first bus was purchased on January 19, Kohinoor Transport Company purchased a B1 for how much? 8 lakh rupees. When? On January 19. So let me write, the B1 was purchased on 1st January 19 for an amount of rupees how much? 8 lakh. Let me write 8 lakh here. Fine. Then next, when what happened? On July 2020, this bus was damaged. When? On July 2020. So let me write here. On 1st July 2020, fire, damaged by fire. Okay, fire हो गया. बाद में claim आया. How much claim you received from insurance company? You received a claim of 6 lakh. Okay. Then what happened? On July 2020, a bus was purchased for 10 lakh. This is second bus. 1st July 2020. For what amount? 10 lakh we have purchased it. Okay. Shall we move on to solution? See, my dear student, be careful, have a concentration. See, this bus was purchased on when? 1st January 19. Let me write 1st January 19 cost. Now, accounts are closed when? See, now, please, very important, my dear student. Learning depreciation chapter is very, very important. Your learning concept of depreciation starts now. Have a concentration. Now, the bus was costing on January 19 because purchased on January 19. Now, my dear children, when you are closing your accounts, we are closing our accounts on 31st March every year. So, what I should write? 31st. What I should write? I should write on 31st March 19. What is the time gap? January, February, March. Depreciation on B1 for 3 months. Sir, why you are not calculating on B2? Because bus 2 is purchased on July 2020. We are in March 19. What is the cost of the first bus? 8 lakh. 20%, 3 by 12. It comes, calculate, it comes to 40,000. Don't put any depreciation on second bus. Now let us work out. 1st April 19, I should write the balance. 8 lakh minus 40 is 7 lakh 60,000. Here it remains the same as a 10 lakh rupees. Hua? Now we are in April 19. Accounts are closed on 31st March 20. See, the accident happened on when? July 2020, means in the next year. Now what I should do? I have to calculate depreciation on B1 for 12 months. Because now the B1 becomes old machinery, right? WDV method. Take 7,60,000, 20%. 12 months means 1 year. That is 12 by 12. It comes how much? 1,52,000, nothing for second machine. Now you close it off. What we will get? 1st April 2020, we are getting a balance. How much balance it is? A balance of 6,08,000. The second machine remains the same as rupees 10 lakh. Fine. Now, my dear children, my dear student, I am on April 2020. When this first bus was accident, destroyed, July 2020. B1 destroyed. What happened? B1 destroyed. How many months gap between April to July? April, May, June. How many months gap? Only 3 months. Depreciation on B1 for 3 months. 6,08,000 into 20% into 3 by 12. Use a calculation and work out. We are getting 30,400. Sold B1, nothing but claim received from which company? Insurance company. Whatever the claim you received from insurance company, it is to be treated like a sales. How much claim you received? We received a claim of 6 lakh. You have to subtract it. See, 6,08,000 minus 3,400 minus 6 lakh. You are getting a negative number. How much negative number we are getting? 22,400. See what happened. Since you got a negative, right, I should call it as profit. Because minus means profit, plus means loss. That what I explained in the earlier session. Okay, this completes your first bus, right? But you have a second bus. Second bus is purchased on when? July 2024. July 2020. When you people are closing your accounts? Now I write 31st March 2020. Now, your first bus is gone. Which bus is available with you? Second bus. This bus was purchased on when? July 24. You are closing on when? 31st March 2020. 1. You are closing your accounts on 31st March 2021. When this bus was purchased? July 2020. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. How many months we are getting? 9 months. So we have to write depreciation on B2 from 1st July to 31st March. It comes how many months? 9 months, right? Take the 10 lakhs, 20%, 9 by 12. How much depreciation we will get? Use a calci and work out. 1.5 lakh. Did you understood? Now we have to balance, that is 1st April 2021 balance. See, out of 10 lakh, subtract, out of 10 lakh, subtract 1 lakh 50. It comes to 8.5 lakh. This is what the solution is. What you have to calculate, my dear children? You have to calculate what? Calculate the amount of depreciation for the year 31st March 2021. So now we have to write depreciation for 31st March 2021. How much depreciation? See, this is a depreciation in 2020, that is 30,400 is a depreciation on sale. 30,400 plus. Here you got a depreciation of 1,50,000. That is in 2021. What is total depreciation? 1,80,400 is the total depreciation. That is A point. Okay. Apart from that, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate gain or loss on bus destroyed. Bus destroyed, gain or loss? There is a profit. Profit means what? Gain. Gain or profit on bus destroyed is equals to how much? 22,400 rupees. Did you understood? This is how we have to solve the problem on depreciation. Please go through it. Since it is a first problem, listen for so many times. Try to understand the tricks, the techniques. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye, my dear students. Prepare well. All the best.